Dynamic, magnetic, electric. Sprightly, lively, zippy. The perfect word to describe the mayor of Hillsborough really just doesn't exist. Let me back up. If you get off at exit 164, Highway 85 southbound, take a right on Churton Street, drive for a few minutes, you will come upon the heart of downtown historic Hillsborough. Time yourself well, though, because rush hour brings traffic to a screeching halt as commuters are trying to get back to their homes and loved ones. Downtown is home to several locally owned restaurants, stores, and hangouts. The Wooden Nickel is a particularly popular spot to grab a beer and relax on a cool spring night. If you keep going a bit down Churton and hang a left onto Tryon, you will come upon the house of Tom Stevens, mayor of Hillsborough. He will most likely be tucked into his basement office, making phone calls and checking out what's on his Google Calendar for the upcoming weeks. He lives here with his wife, Debbie. Debbie and Tom have been friends for a long time. They serendipitously came together after she had been setting him up on dates for months. Tom started dating a bit after his wife, Sarah, passed away in 1987, but it didn't take him long before he realized that Debbie was a person he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. Tom is a passionate leader who is always on the go, whether he is giving a speech at the Chamber of Commerce, giving the audience an update on the state of things in Hillsborough, and outlining a passionate plan for the upcoming years, or chairing the town hall meetings every month, making decisions such as how to best handle renovations to an old historic building. His audiences frequently change, and so do his outfits. You can see him here, reading to a group of Cameron Park Elementary School students during the press release of Polly and the Forbidden House, a fictional children's book that is set in Hillsborough. Tom in his mayoral hat, as well as the author and illustrator of the book, put on quite a show for the kids. On the weekends, when Tom isn't giving talks, he's spending time outside with his wife, Debbie. She's the one pushing him to finally finish the backyard garden that they started about a year ago. Though the completion of the garden is nowhere in sight, Tom makes good headway on fixing the lawnmower and getting some mulch around the trees in the front yard. It's a lot of work, but Tom is quite used to it. Growing up in the mountains of Virginia, his parents and grandparents all had their own gardens. It's a successful morning, but it has taken a lot of walking back and forth, digging, and lifting. Not everything goes smoothly this particular morning, though. The chainsaw is out of commission, so Tom makes a trip to Dual Supply, the local hardware store run by 2008 Businessman of the Year Wesley Woods. The store oozes organized chaos, and they can help you out with just about any hardware problem. Tom not only has a green thumb, but also has quite a lot of artistic talent. When asked what kind of art he does, he replies, "Naked people." His art interests go beyond his green thumb and sculpting talents. Right now, he and Debbie are working on a project to remodel their kitchen. They're making decisions on everything from cabinets to light fixtures, poring over plans and timelines in detail. However, while Debbie is the one making sure that she knows how long the construction will take, how much it'll cost per square foot, and what shade of white the panels should be, Tom is having a bit of fun. After poring over kitchen remodeling plans, the pair may go out to run some errands at the Weaver Street Market down the road. But at the end of the day, Tom just wants to take his shoes off and relax, and refuel, so that he can go grab a beer at the Wooden Nickel later on, meeting up with good friends and making new ones. He is quite the social butterfly. Debbie opted to stay home tonight, but Tom ended up at the Blue Bayou, where he attended a concert by Will McFarland, one of his favorite musicians. In fact, he wanted me to get some great shots so that he could do some paintings of Will later on. You will always find him on the dance floor and, by the end of the night, giving a good fist pump for a great song. In the midst of all the fun, he can't resist pulling out his trusted iPhone, which he carries everywhere and checks frequently. Grabbing a beer and dancing may be one way to let loose, but every now and then, even the mayor needs a good hair massage and haircut. Tom has a good time while his hairdresser gives him a close cut. She keeps him looking sharp for his next conference, walk downtown, or town hall meeting. Being the mayor is the perfect job for Tom Stevens. It keeps him on his toes, just like the fun balancing board he keeps in his office. He is a great facilitator and leader, always strikes a balance, and has a good time while doing it all.